In this video today, I'm going to show you how you can take a photograph and create a custom diamond painting from it. So I have this photograph here, and I am going to click and drag that into a website that's called crapola.com. Now in this case, I would like my finished diamond painting to be an aspect ratio of 11 by 14 because it's easy to find frames in that size that don't cost too much money. So that happens to be a 1 to 1.27 aspect ratio because I want to have it be a portrait. It would be 1.27 to 1 if you wanted it to be landscape. So we're going to come back to the Crapola, and we are going to go to Manual. And the aspect ratio, once again, is 1 to 1.27. So the aspect ratio is 1 to 1.27. I'm only interested, I want to make a diamond painting out of the fellow in this image. And so now I'm going to just size this box. It maintains its aspect ratio until I get the crop that I like. And I like this crop right here. So I'm going to go ahead and download this crop. And so I know this photograph has the aspect ratio of 11 to 14. And I'm going to save this into the same folder that my original photograph is in. All right, and next we are going to now convert this cropped image into a cross-stitch pattern. And in order to get the finished size for a diamond painting that we like, we're going to want to divide the desired inches by 1.74. So we've got our 11 inches here. We're going to divide that by 1.74. And we are also going to take our height and divide that by 1.74. So we want roughly in cross-stitch size about 6.32 to 8.04. So I'm going to move this out of the way a little bit. Now we're going to come back to our web browser, and we are going to go to pic2pat.com. We're going to scroll down. We're going to choose a file. And we are going to go to our cropped image. Which is this one right here. We're going to go next. Floss brand, we want DMC. The stitches per inch, setting to 18, the highest. Now for the size, we calculated 6.32 by 8.04. So let's move this out of the way so that we can see those inches. So I'm going to want to select, this is the closest, 6.3 by 8 inches. So that's the one we're going to select. For the color palette, you want to select Diamond Painting. PDF Colors is all colors, and we'll click Next. Now these are the different mock-ups for the different settings that we've selected that are showing what it's going to look like with a different number of colors. If you hover your cursor over the picture, it shows you this one is 150 colors. This one is 120. This one is 100, 75, 60, 50, 40, and I'm going to select the 60 color one. So I'm going to click on the 60 colors. And now it's giving me the option to download it. So I'm going to select 60 color here, and then I'm going to save it. All right, and now we're going to check our math. So I am going to open up the PDF file. And I'm going to scroll to the last page. Here you see our 50 colors. It will give you the number of stitches, or in this case, it's going to be the number of diamond art drills that you're going to be putting down for each of those symbols. And the pattern is broken up into 4 different sections. So we're going to look at section number 4 to get our total count of stitches. So let me bring my Excel spreadsheet here. So you can see the width here, we've got 111 stitches. And then for the height, we've got 142. Now, to convert number of stitches into centimeters, you are going to take the number of stitches and divide it by 4. And incidentally, this is using square drills, the square diamond drills. And so to get centimeters for width and height, you divide the number of stitches by 4. Now, to convert from centimeters to inches, there are 0.3937 inches per centimeter. So that's going to calculate to 10.9252 inches and 13.9764. And so that's 11 by 14. So our ending diamond painting will be very close to 11 by 14. All right, next we need to purchase a blank diamond painting canvas. And those are usually expressed in centimeters. And so I'm going to look for a 30 by 40 centimeter because that's a very routine height. So when I look on Amazon, I see one here, 40 by 30. And so I'm going to go ahead and purchase this for this particular custom diamond painting. Now, when you purchase your blank canvas, make sure you have selected the square diamond and not the round. So everything that we've calculated here is for square diamonds. And the next thing you need to purchase are your diamond drills. And once again, I'm just going to Amazon and I am ordering the Art Dot complete set, all 445 colors, because it's relatively cheap. There's about 1,000 drills per each color. And even though in our pattern, there are a few that require more than 1,000, and in those cases, in many times, you can find colors that are very close to each other. And I'm hoping that for the ones that are over 1,000, that I can use one of the other colors that's a close match to the one that's called for in the pattern. And once again, make sure you purchase the square drill and not the round drill. Next, to aid in placement of the diamond drills onto your blank canvas, I have transferred the PDF file that I just created to my Android phone, and I've purchased an app that's called Pattern Keeper. So I'm going to open up Pattern Keeper. I'm going to press the plus icon at the bottom. I'm going to open a PDF file, and this is the PDF file we just created. I'm going to click on Verify Chart. then I'm just going to click on the little right-facing arrow at the bottom. And now here is our entire chart. This represents the upper left-hand portion of our canvas. We can scroll over to the right. This is the right-hand portion. And the grids that are on here correspond to the grids pattern that is on the blank canvas. This represents the lower right-hand portion of the canvas. And this represents the lower left-hand portion of the canvas. Now say I have decided that I am going to work from the upper left down. And say I want to find all the little symbols that are that circle with a little dot in the middle. I'm going to click on this little eyeglass in the middle here, and then I'll click on one of those with the circle with the dot in the middle. Down here at the bottom, that tells me that's DMC number 420. On the entire canvas, it tells me there's going to be 507 of those. Now say I just want to work on placing my diamonds in these 4 upper square quadrants. That's going to be 400 drills because it's 10 rows by 10 columns. And say I've placed all of my circle drills, I can click on the little pencil icon here and I can mark these as I place them. And so say I'm just working in these upper 4 squares, and then I'm going to click the check mark at the bottom, and that shows me that those drills have all been placed. I'm going to come back to my search icon. Say I want to do these solid squares next. That tells me it's 167. On the entire canvas, there's 973 of these particular color. I'm going to come back to my pencil icon, and as I lay these drills, I'm going to go ahead and mark them off. And once again, I'm doing all of the ones here. And as I mark them off, then I can click them as saved. Now say I made a mistake and I marked these off here, but I didn't mean to because I'm not working in this particular quadrant. So you can just select those that you've marked off by mistake and click the little frog icon here at the bottom to undo that. And so this way I'm only working within these 4 square quadrants here. Now if I go back to my search icon, say next I want to do this little circle with the dash on it. Down here at the bottom, this tells me this is 3863. And as I place those drills, I can come to the pencil icon and mark them off as I go. And you'll notice that as we do this, and as we mark them as placed, it starts to add in the color to our pattern. But that's how you can work it with the Pattern Keeper app on your Android phone, which will help keeping track of what drills to lay on what portion on your blank canvas.